Hello, welcome. And this is Values for Legacy Academy, the month of April, our month of understanding finance. Before we continue, I want to tell you something. See that subscribe button down there? Click on it, subscribe, and like what you see. Subscribe because when you do that, you're giving us opportunity to reach more people. All right, today I'll be discussing what I call the wonders of savings. For you to be truly liberated from financially, you need to have the habit of savings. You can have great wealth, you can have big money, but if you do not know how to save, you cannot create wealth. So I titled this Savings. What's the big deal about it? I know many of you are asking, so what's the big deal? Why is all this talk about savings here, savings there, and all that? Why must we save? Some say, the money, my income is so little, so I can't save. The economy is taking all my money. But is that the truth? Does having a low income mean that you cannot save? Does having a low income mean that you should just, relax and live your life to be on that route where by the time you're 50, you're 60, you will become a beggar? Is that what you want? Because I have someone close to me who doesn't understand anything, who doesn't even comprehend why they should save, why she should save. And sometimes when I'm thinking about her, I'm like, does she really understand what she's doing to herself? Because I envisage her at 60, at 70, and I'm seeing that woman who will come and be looking for who, relying on people's goodwill. And the worst place you can put yourself is that place where you have to rely on people's goodwill as your only source of financial source. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the topic. The topic is, what's the big deal about savings? And I'm going to give you about 7 big deals about savings. And then we'll talk about the values that you must have as a person to be able to develop the habit of saving. One of the big deal about savings is that it builds wealth. Building wealth is not about how high your income is. It is about how high your savings rate is. Take that again. I said building wealth is not about how high your income is, but it is about how high your savings rate is. So a low income earner can build wealth if his savings rate is high. A 50K earner, a 50,000 naira per month earner can build wealth if his savings rate is high. So it's nice to tell people that I know, people that I come in contact with, people that I talk with whenever it comes to money. I tell them that if you're earning, let's say 50,000 naira, pretend that you're earning 35,000 naira. Keep the other 15,000 naira. Just pretend that your salary for this month is 35K. The 15K will go to your savings box, your bank account where you save money, and just be forgotten there. That's what I tell people. And that's how I operate. So, one thing you should notice is that savings is a wealth builder. And for you to be able to build wealth, you should be able to have a high savings rate. The next is that it helps you have to become less materialistic to be able to save. So becoming someone who saves money to build wealth requires that you become less materialistic. And what do I mean when I say less materialistic? It is not everything that you must have per time. It is not everything that you must have per time. There are times that you should take a hold, pause on getting something. We should say pause for like 24 hours. You want to buy that Hermes bag? You want to buy that, I think it's Hermes that's raining. You want to buy it? Just pause. Give yourself 24 hours and see whether you will still want to buy that Hermes bag. But you must have the savings mindset. So you have to be less materialistic. It is not every burger that you see that you eat. Reduce it. Buy natural. Go to the market. It's cheaper that way. You spend to buy natural food ingredients to cook, you will save more. When you buy, let's say you can even use okrika. Okrika is solid. Get very quality okrika at lower cost than to go into that boutique and buy a designer dress. So for you to save, you must be less materialistic. Stop the show off, because the show off will require you spending more. The show off that you have money will require that you spend more. So please reduce it. And the third one is the mindset. I've come in contact with so many people who do not believe that they can save. Do you know why? Because they believe that their income is low. And when you're talking to them about savings, they are looking at you like somebody that doesn't even understand what you're saying. They tell you, you don't get it, man. You don't get it. My salary is just 30K. It's just 50K. It's just 100K. Can't do anything. And whenever they say that, I smile. Because I know that even when I was earning, what am I saying when I was earning? I said, now I'm working. I do what we call a 9 to 5. And my salary is not up to 120. That's the truth. But I still try to save. And then some will say you are, I'm looking for that word. They say you're privileged. I don't know where the privilege is coming from. It's all in the mindset. It is all in the mind. I said, when I finished university, I was looking for a teaching job, teaching in the primary or secondary school. And you know, private schools then used to pay 15K. I don't know how they are paying now. But back then, they used to pay 15,000 naira. They pay some 10,000. But I was targeting the 15,000 naira pay. And do you know that before I even got that job, I had already listed how my 15K will be. I had already budgeted my 15K. And I gave 15K, I said 30% savings. My husband saw that book one day. That was when I was still very single. He saw that book one day and was like, wow, you're already budgeting for a 15K. But you know the funny thing? I didn't even get a 15K job. I ended up never doing a 15K job. So it is in the mindset. For goodness sake, wake up, young people. Wake up. Many of you are doing odd jobs. Many of you are doing holiday jobs, vacation jobs. Many of you are actually working and going to school. For goodness sake, develop the culture of saving, because that's your path to financial freedom tomorrow. And then again, saving helps you have the audacity. It gives you the audacity to take decisions on your own terms. Like you are in control. Yes, sir. You are in control. So it gives you the audacity to take decisions on your own terms. It gives you the control over what you're doing, even when you're doing it with other people. Yes. You can take charge. You can tell people, say, no, this should be done this way, that should be done. Savings does it because you know that there is something in the bank. I don't need to go and look for trouble. No. I didn't say save to go and look for trouble. You understand? There are things I do and I don't need to tell anybody. Yeah. I'm married. There are so many married people, youngsters. I know once you're 18, so many of you are married at 22, 23, 24. So there are so many married people, young people who have to rely on their spouse completely when it comes to money. And because of that, what happens? You cannot take control of decisions. You may say, oh, I want to go and learn parenting. But because you do not have the money, I think a lot of people say, hey, I'm saving money to go and learn for parenting. My mentor is a parenting coach. In fact, she's the Africa's #1 parent coach. And I hear people say, I'm saving money. I don't understand. I don't know why, but maybe I just feel, I mean, are you saying you've not saved money all this while? What are you like trying to? I don't know. But that's because I have a mindset of savings. And so I find it hard to understand why you shouldn't be able to wake up now and say, okay, this 50K, I'm taking it to go and pay for this thing that is very important to your life. Then again, another wonders of saving, actually I call it wonders of saving, is that it gives you control over your time. Savings gives you control over your time. You can decide to wake up and say, after several plans, now after making your plans and your dreams and you see your vision and you're like, okay, I'm going to leave this 9 to 5 that's paying me huge because I've been able to save so and so. And I'm going to go pursue my passion, even though it's going to give me a lesser income. Did you get that? That you are able to save gives you control over your time. And you can decide that I'm going to leave this 9 to 5 job that's taking all my time, but it's paying me much. And because I want to have my time to myself, I'm going to go do this thing that I love to do, that I want to use to impact the world, a larger part of the world, even though it's going to pay me little. So you see how you control your time. You take decisions. There are people that are retiring at age 40. Are you aware? Some people have decided that they will retire at age 50. Some have decided that 55 will not pass them by, they've come to retire. What do you think is the cause behind it? That decision? Because they were able to build wealth by doing their business and then saving. Because if you don't save, how will you go and sit down? How will you go back home and relax and say you are in retirement? Your backbone for retirement is your savings and investment you've kept. That's the backbone. So you have control over your time. So you see, do you see how important savings is? Do you see how important savings is? And then finally, what does saving do? Saving gives you security for the future. Saving gives you security for the future. Every bit of savings is like taking the future into your hands rather than leaving it in the hands of others. There's something my father once told us. Not once, he told us several times. He said, anybody that controls your financial life is invariably controlling every aspect of your life. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it does make a lot of sense to me. So as someone who has high savings rate, you are taking control of your future, one savings at a time. That's what you do. Instead of leaving it in the hands of others. So now, we'll be looking at those values that are very necessary, that are very important for you as someone who wants to save or as someone who wants to build wealth. Responsibility. That's one of the key values for you to be able to save. You must take responsibility for your life. Anyone who is not saving, anyone who is doing a manual job and earning 5,000 naira a day, 2,000 naira a day, and does not remove a percentage to save, is not taking responsibility for his life. He believes that someone else should be responsible for his life. That's when you hear a mother say, my children will come and take care of me. I'm not saying they should not take care of you. What I'm saying is, take charge of your own life first. Be responsible for your life first. Don't put it in any other person's hands. Whether they are your children, your husband, your cousins, your in-laws, your rich auntie and rich uncle. Take charge of your own life first. You must realize that your life is in your hands and you must decide whether to enjoy it or not. And how will you be able to enjoy it? Delay self-gratification. Delay instant gratification. Delay gratification. What is gratification? You want to eat chewing gum, you buy. You want to wear chain, you buy. You want to wear this polo that your friend bought, you buy. You want to wear that boyfriend jean, you buy. Kabali. Take responsibility. Delay gratification today and take control of your future. Another value that is very important for you to be able to build, save, and thus build well is discipline. Do you know that it takes a lot of discipline to remove 30% of your salary and pretend that it doesn't exist? Do you know that it takes a lot of discipline to remove 30% of your salary and pretend that it doesn't exist? Because without discipline, you cannot keep that 30% of your salary. So you have to be able to overcome the pressure from your friends. That's discipline. Discipline that will help you do that. You have to be able to, overcome instant gratification. It is discipline that will help you do that. So you need discipline to be able to overcome these things. It's discipline that will help you invest. What am I even saying? Yes, because apart from savings, investments, we're not talking about investments here, we're talking about savings. And then again, you must have vision. Because actually, without a vision, you won't be able to save. What are you saving for? And what's the vision? The vision is not just about what you're going to do for people. the vision is what you want to be in the future. So as you're standing here now, you're a student, you're just a startup, you're just starting your 9 to 5, or you've been in business even since you were a teenager and you've gotten to this point. What's your vision for tomorrow? What's your vision for tomorrow? Are you going to remember you are? I'm sure not. I'm sure you will not remember you are. That is the reason. That's your vision. Where you are heading, where you are going to, where you want to be. And so you got it. Savings builds is a well builder. For you to save, you must be disciplined, you must be responsible, and you must have a vision. With that, we've come to the end of this class. My name is Utitofan Luke-Aliga. I am the founder of Values for Legacy Academy. And before you leave this video, I want you to look down and subscribe. That's if you didn't subscribe at the beginning. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like it. Why? Because you need the wisdom that I'm giving out to spread around the world. You need to change the world one person at a time. It starts with you. So click that button. Click it right now. Thank you so much for being with me. Next time I come with a video, it's going to be very inspiring, just like this one, and very instructive, because wisdom is profitable. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful rest of the day.